high-risk investment. Trading on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to trade, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Market opinions. Any opinions, news, research, analyses, prices, or other information contained on this video is provided as general market commentary and does not constitute investment advice. MasterTheMarkets will not accept liability for any loss or damage, including without limitation to any loss of profit, which may arise directly or indirectly from use of or reliance on such information.
Hi traders, welcome to our live trading workshop. Today I'm looking at gold actually at the moment. We did take a look at this position over here on gold. It is actually all aligning together. I might push this out actually. Before I go through the format, so the format very quickly, I'll just run through it. So firstly, we look for live trade positions over here as I'm looking over here. And then secondly, we cover a topic, right? The topic is going to be on indicators and which one is the most underrated one of them all. And the third thing that we will look at some Q&A and events, upcoming events, and few resources that we'll give to you. Okay, this and more in this live trading webinar session. Traders, for those of you joining in for the first time today, it's Stu Nalpan here, founder of MasterTheMarkets Elite Trades Conference and the Traders Open Day. So I'm taking a look at gold over here. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to put a limit order because I did take a look over here. Everything is aligning towards the upside, including the 15-minute as well. So let's see if we do get this trade. If we don't, then it's fine. 338651 is what I'm going to be putting it at. And stop loss, I will do it for the low, 3375.64. And I'll push this out on the Telegram channel as well. And let's see how that comes out to be. 3386 plus 3386. Let me do this quickly. So 3386. Somebody who's quick in arithmetic, probably you can beat the calculator. 3386.51 plus 8.92 is what we're going for. 3395. I'll just do 3395.40. I'll place this and we'll see how that comes to be. And as I'm doing that, let me push that out onto the Telegram channel as well. 3386.51. Let's see if we do get a limit for it to fill us up or not. I'm not sure. Let's see how it goes. 3395.40. And there we go. We got that. So I've put that out to the Telegram channel as well. It's coming quite near 3388. I guess patience, right? Maybe you might go without us because it's quite strong. I did check the volume as well just now. The volume is supporting it on the second relative moving average over here. Sometimes you just have to make a call whether for 2 points miss, is it worth to miss the whole thing? We do have a rule on that as well. But I think I'll just stick to this. Let's see how it plans out to be this one. I think you're highly probably going to miss this one. Yeah, but in any case, those of you who've got in, that's okay. You can see how that plans out to be. Now, so this is what we are doing, traders. I'll show you the rationale behind it. You guys can follow it as well later. So you see, so what we're doing is, this is where we are looking to enter. Okay, the stop loss is going to be for the low over here. Okay, right? So Actually, let me do this one, okay? Right? And then the target is just going to be for 180R, which I just figured out. I'll go through all of that in a minute. I'll quickly run through the other ones. Let me see if I can find something else. I did take a look on the others. I couldn't really see something that's correlating. And this was only on a downtrend. This one, yeah, the only issue is it's taken off the upper stretch. Those of you who don't understand the terminologies joining in for the first time, I'll give you all the reference links very soon. The DAX, on the other hand, this is on the downtrend, taken on the upper stretch. That's not good for us. This one is coming back to its opening price, isn't it? What we can do to begin, this is 3386 is done by $3 already. Yeah. Yeah, we can't do much right now. I think we kind of missed this trade, but let's see if it does come back or not. I'm not sure. We'll wait and see. And Brent, this one here, again, it's taken on the lower stretch here. Am I? No, on the 1 hour is still an uptrend, isn't it? No, it's not correlating. Silver could be one, which I was taking a look at just now. But silver again, I mean, we've taken a lot of silver trades. Remember, traders, on the live trading room, it's a bit slow. This is the only thing with silver. Uptrend phase 2. And then I've got 4 hour. Yeah, not the best again. Euro dollar, what do I got? I got the 4 hour. We got the downtrend phase 2. 15-minute, let me quickly just check that. 15-minute, yeah. Its upper stretch is taken out, isn't it? Not the best. Because I need alignment, traders. This is what I'm looking for. And the ratio is a bit skewed, even though there's FOMC later on today. This, on the daily, let me take a look. On the 4 hour, let me just take a look. Well, this one could be one. So you see, on dollar yen, on the daily, we've got a downtrend, but that's a downtrend phase 2. So let me actually, you know what? Let me fill up the trend alignment tables here. Let me quickly do that. I'll do that along with you guys. It's a pity on gold. I did take a position just now, but it was just not correlating. I don't think we're going to get a fill on that one, traders, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, but the good thing is, even if you don't get a fill, but at least you guys can learn the rationale of it for the future as well. So here on the dollar yen, let me just take a look. Let me get focused on this one. So downtrend phase 2 is what we got here. Downtrend phase 2. Downtrend phase 2, right? So downtrend phase 2 is what we got. It just confirmed it yesterday. That's a downtrend phase 1. This is looking good so far. Let me see if I can get a trade out of this. Of course, it's FOMC, so I don't want to hold on to the trade too long because it'll start to stagnate. And then on the 1 hour, it's an uptrend phase 2. Okay, good. At least I'm getting direction correlation. I'll explain that in a minute. And then on the 15 minutes, let me just quickly take a look at that. I've got, this is perfect. I think we can get a trade on this one. Let's see how that goes. Uptrend phase 1, but it's a compression, right? So what we do, we will put a pending order on this one, okay? I think I'm seeing Good correlation in here. And has it taken out? Yeah, it's taken out the lower stretch as well. So let me do that. Uptrend phase 1, but it's a compression. Okay. And I'm having a look on the gold on the other screen. Looks like it's not coming back, traders. It's okay. We're going to let it go. It's fine. This one here, let's keep focused on this, or we might miss this. I know we did that last time. This one, 0.8167, it's about 108, isn't it? 0.8. Is that right? 0.8 times 133. So it's not done its range yet. So that's fine. Entry bias will be towards short. There we go. Right, so let's take a look at this. So what I will do is, at the moment, so I'll put an entry for the low of that, 144.74, 144.73 to break that, right? So 144.73 is what I will do. Right, we'll do that $1. Sorry, one lot. There we go. So I've put that one in. I'll do it for the channel as well. So let me do that one. Signal here. Sell. Okay, 144. 144.73, isn't it, traders? 144.73. Why is this not going through? Good. So you guys got that. Now let's work out all these stop loss and everything now. Okay, so we know roughly what the usual trade risk is usually. So let me do that. Let me put that at the bottom there. So let's take a look at here. Let me just double check all of this. 144.73. So after this, maybe I can go through all the resources for you guys. 144.73 is what I'm looking for. Okay, so that's that one there. And our stop loss will go for the high. Right. So that's the high over there. And over here, what I'll do is for the high, 144.98. Right. Is what I'll be going for. And the target, if it does break that low, I will go for a 1 ATR number, okay, which would be 88. That's 8, isn't it? Let me just quickly check, take a look at that. Let me see if I'm reading that correctly or not. So I've got the high and the low, so that is about 15, isn't it? And this one is about 15 as well. So this one here, when I'm putting it here, so that's about saying is about 8.9 pips, isn't it? So we can do that one there. So the low 144.74, right, minus was about 9, wasn't it? And I'll double check the volume, 144.65. So did I get this one okay? 144.98. We can see gold is still running, isn't it? Yeah, so we're on the right track on that. Doesn't matter. Just not let it go, let it go. 144.98. Right, so I've got that one correct. And then over here we got 144.74, as I mentioned, minus the 9, 144.65, right? So let me just see if I got another green line on the top. Oh, doesn't look like I've got one. I'll just make up one. Can bring our trailing stop loss here. I'll take a look on the 1 hour as well and see if it's going to confirm. And that'll be a good one to look at. Right, so let's take a look at this then, traders. So I've got put the green one, isn't it? I need a green line. Okay, good. So let me do this one then. I'll put the target here, then I'll copy it over to the Telegram channel. I put the entry in so that we don't miss the trade, isn't it? I guess you got the idea, especially after we missed that gold one there. But some of you have got in. That's really great. Who knows the rules and everything? Well done. So let me see, 144.65, 144.65. So this is just one of the targets. Okay. So let's do. So I will transfer all of this here first. Then we can take a look at the other targets as well. Okay. So 144.65 is what we got. The other one, what I will do on the Telegram channel. Those of you who haven't joined the Telegram channel, you can join. So we will, the team will send you the link for it. Let me see, amend, stop and limit. Yeah, so 144.98, 144.65, okay? So good, so I've done that one there. Now, I'll quickly take a look on the 1 hour. See if we'll get a hit on this or not. On the 1 hour, yeah. My only concern is, you see, this uptrend phase 2, it has overextended a little bit, isn't it? So it might do a little bit of retracement. We'll wait and see whether it does that or not. That's why we got the pending order levels. Okay, traders? Hopefully you all understand that. Now, in terms of gold, those of you on it, great job. It has taken off definitely. We just missed it, didn't we? I mean, it was hovering around, but it had done. It came back about $1. Well, you could have taken a call on that. Well, we just didn't. We wanted to stick to the exact rules. That's totally fine. This will happen in trading. Most important thing is that have your rules written in on how much you're willing to give away, your leeway to enter in live, or after it has gone past that leeway to let it go, basically, right? So that you have to have all that written in. Also, because if you don't, then you will just be chasing the market for the trade, okay? Now, this has happened to us, right? You've seen this in real time, what this has happened. This is one of the reasons why we want to expand the trading team as well. So those of you guys who are interested in learning this kind of methodologies and understanding them, definitely do get in contact with us, okay? Right. So I think those are the only things I can see. Now, in terms of, so I'll keep it on the 15-minute for now. This is why we need to have the pending level orders, okay, traders? Now, I'll take a look at volume as well very quickly. See if it's backing us up or not. Good on gold. Those of you on it, great. I know some of you have done that already. You messaged me on that. It's great. Open link in new tab. Let me take a look on dollar yen. Right, let me take a look at the volume here. We did have a spike in terms of the volume here, but then an immediate reversal after that and two seller bars. But wait and see. This is why, even though we got all these combinations here, we just don't jump into a trade just based on just one signal, okay? So we wait for everything to confluence together. The VSA light is on the red as well. Most of the things also on my trend alignment table here. So let me just go through this. So because of the smart money indicator, we got all the tops and bottoms quantified, right? So because we got it quantified, we got it all in a systematic validative manner, okay? Over here, across the different time frames. So you can see that on the daily, it's a downtrend phase 2. In terms of trend, 4-hour daily is correlating, right? So it's all pointing towards the downside. But on the 1 hour, it's an uptrend. And then the 15-minute, it's an uptrend as well. So what we got is 2 time frames down, 2 time frames up. But this is in terms of a trend alignment perspective, okay? Now, in terms of direction alignment, okay? Direction alignment, what we got is downtrend phase 2, because it's a phase 2, you know, phase 2 is the counter trend pullback. That is towards the upside, okay? Direction-wise, yeah? And then the 4-hour is a phase 1, which is like that, right? So top to bottom, so that's a phase 1. So that's pointing towards the downside. Uptrend phase 2, direction is downside as well. And this is a compression. So, and now you understand why, in terms of the dollar yen, I've put my entry order in a technical strategic manner so that when it takes out that low, right, then it will become a downtrend, because that's called a structural failure, okay? Right, so that's how we are taking and aligning this trade. So we have a rule saying that either it must trend align or direction align across 3 time frames at least, okay? And here we got that, don't we, traders, right? 3 time frames at least direction aligning, okay, even though they're not trend aligning. So that's the first thing. After that, then we got the stretch also to the lower side, okay, tick, and then it hasn't formed its range as well, and then the volume is supporting, but then we're not getting the best confirmation out of that. But in terms from a VSA like perspective, it's still on the red side, but then from a volume perspective, the volume came here, but then yes, you got reversal bars, but I still need a bit more confirmation for the direction alignment to happen. This is how we confluence all the factors together. Then after that, then we got our entry, stop, and target accordingly. Our target is based on the stats table here. I would say we are the only company, I think, all our clients have verified it. We are the only company which gives you the stats probabilities of how much move is left to position your target based on stats validation. This is what gives us the confidence, okay? Now, for those of you who've been sending us a lot of messages on, how do I understand all these terminologies and all of that? It's all my head, or how do I revisit them? First step would be to go to 7steps-to-ctp.com, okay? So go to here, and then after you've gone here, then what you then do is you can put your details in, click on the green button, and then watch that at your free time, okay? Right. Okay, so good. So we got this 7 videos here that you can watch at your own free time, okay? And then once you put your details in, it will be sent over to you. Then the other thing is also on our YouTube channel. Yes, so some of you have joined our YouTube channel, subscribed to it already, but you're asking me and asking our team, you know, but I'm not getting the notifications when you go live or upload any video. So what you do is, if you can see this drop-down arrow over here, right? On the drop-down arrow, when you click on it, click on the all bell icon, okay? Then that will ensure that anytime we go live, you will get a notification either on your phone or on your desktop, and you can capture all of these things in real time. Now, those of you who have missed the live, or, you know, sometimes you're not free or whatsoever, even though you get a notification, you can always click on watch later. If you go under the live section here, right? And it can show you that we are live at the moment, right? And then after that, you can take a look at it later as well. You can click on the save to watch later on, okay? That's that one there. And the other thing is those of you wanting to get the VSA and the SMI indicators, which actually comes to very well in line with the indicator topic today, which I will talk to you guys about. Right, gold is digging it in, as you can see. We missed it, what to do. Those of you who got in, great. But we'll see if this gets to the target, actually. 3395 is about $2 away if you guys did get in. Well done. Now, in terms of this, what you can see in terms of all these indicators that we are using, one is we use the SMI, right, which is our own bespoke indicator at MasterTheMarkets. The orange arrow, the orange dot, top confirmation or the bottom confirmation here. That's where we came in on gold, right? That's why we were looking at entering in gold. Then the other one that we got is the VSA. That's done by the Trade Guider team, which is headed by Gavin Holmes and his team, okay? Which was started by the late Tom Williams. Okay, those of you who know, was very famous for the volume spread analysis methodology. Right, so those are, if you want to get hold of those two indicators, you can always go to this link over here, and then you can read through it, and then you can look at how to get hold of it, okay? Our website, if you want to check it out, masterthemarkets.net. You can take a look at that at your own free time. Also want to give a thank you and a shout out to Trade Nation, which we're working in collaboration with, in which you get your Telegram signals and all of that, okay? So thanks to them that we got the software and the technology to push out those signals. Now, coming back into here, so let's see how dollar yen is doing. Is coming back on the downside. Gold reaching the target, unfortunately. We are not in it. We missed it. Maybe I would have made a call to take it, even though it was just about $1 away from our thing, but it's fine. We were not prepared properly for that one. That happens sometimes. That's okay. Those of you who got in, that's great. But hopefully you guys can learn from this as well. Now, there's a question coming on YouTube. So, Senosi Diallo, are those sell limits to be placed? That's for you. I mean, I just want to make it clear in terms of disclaimers and everything. This is only for educational purposes, right? So it's up to you guys, it's all your choice. But whatever I would say is whatever you take away, whatever you learn, whatever you put into your strategies, please understand them, what it's all about. Don't blindly follow them, okay? Because when they take a loss, and we have shown losses in real time, if you don't understand it, then you will just feel like, oh man, why did I take that and all that? It's because you've not understood the entire trading system and strategy construction process, okay? Good. So in terms of this, so Diallo, what I would say is if you understand it, that's fine. If you don't, you know what, don't do it, okay? Now, in terms of dollar yen, right, the understanding, I went through it already, why we have placed that trade as it is. This is a sell stop order at the moment. This is not a limit. Now, on gold, however, we did put a limit order, right? You see, over here, we put a limit order, but it never got to our order to fill us, okay? Of course, once it hits the target, we will cancel that order, okay? If I take a look on the 15-minute, yeah, that's a straight run all the way through, okay? Great. Right, now, let me explain on gold as well. So since Diallo asked that question, Senosi Diallo, okay, hopefully I've got the pronunciation right. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. Okay, I did my best. Right, so over here on gold, what we were looking at in the beginning, right, traders, is we looked at, again, we do the same process. Okay, so I'll go through it slowly with you guys. So over here, what we did is we looked at gold over here. That was a daily, right? It was a daily uptrend, right? So uptrend phase one, because the bottom confirmed already. This top, this is a potential top, but never confirmed, right? So it's an uptrend phase one. Those of you not still getting used to all of these terminologies, please take a look at 7 steps to CTP, okay? So uptrend phase one. Now, that's what I put onto this table, right? Now, on the 4-hour and everything, so if you see, on the 4-hour, that's an uptrend phase two. On the 1-hour, that's an SMC on the upside. It just confirmed, didn't it not, traders? Yeah, just that one there. If you see, that's an SMC. That's why the top and bottom quantification is very important. And nobody online I've seen it does it. And this is why our material is so unique that we got invited to so many other places like Ninja Trader in a US broker, which has got 1.5 million traders outreach. We got invited about 11 times to do presentations for them. Also STA as well. We got invited twice. First time to talk about this. When they saw this, the members over there got impressed. They called us again. Then they told us to do another lecture for their diploma students on automated trading systems. Okay, I just did that. I just completed that as well for them, for their paid students. So over here, as you can see, this one here, once you quantify the tops and bottoms, you can see that this is an SMC towards the upside. Then you can see that in real time, it just hit that target that we had, right? 3395. Okay, you can see over here. There you go, right? Just hit it and then reversed it back, right? So what I'll do is I'll delete this order now because it's already hit that target. But of course, we were not in it because we missed it, right? Quite a bit gutted, but it's okay. You got to let go. That's how the game is. There'll always be other opportunities, right? So you just got to remove that. I would say in real time is how you really learn the most. Okay, traders, definitely all the time. Let me, can we remove this? Confirm. Okay, close. There we go. So I removed that from the Telegram channel as well, so that you guys understand it. Okay, now coming back into here. So what's the reasoning behind it? Because you see, we have to understand this so that you are able to then know how to fish, right? I'm a strong believer that I shouldn't just hand you the fish, but you should also learn how to fish as well, okay, for the future. That's how some of the clients who understood this, which we've been doing for quite some time, and as through our programs and all of that, they're already doing it on so many other instruments. They do it on the London and the US session. And we're looking for more traders as well. So if you guys interested in learning all this methodology in a very systematic manner, get in touch with us. Now, in terms of this, on the gold. So where was I? So I was here. So I put all the trend alignment, direction alignment all together, right? So you can see this is what I did as it was setting up. Okay. Then I saw that, as now you all be familiar with, trend. I do a trend alignment first. I look at all the trends across the time frames. You can see daily, 4-hour, and 15-minute is all uptrend. You see, at least 3 time frames aligned. Okay. Direction alignment though, you see, this one is on the upside, yeah? So daily is on the upside, phase 1, but 4-hour is on the downside, direction-wise. 1 hour is towards the upside. Remember, I mentioned this, right? So it was in a downtrend before, then it did a higher low and a confirmation, you see? SMC, there's no trend there because it's single market compression. But it's a bottom to top move. So it's direction-wise, it's an upside, okay? That's what we're saying over here. Now, actually, you know what? I usually do it, doesn't matter. I usually put an SMC in black because the trend is non-biased, isn't it? Then, in terms of the 15-minute time frame, okay, that is a uptrend phase 1. So the direction is towards the upside as well. So those of you who are very quick to understand, you will see 3 time frames are direction aligning, and the one that is not aligning but still is in an uptrend. Okay, this is how we align everything to get a bias first, because every strategy will come down to 2 things only, right? Based on the entry rules. Okay, entry is only 1 out of the 5 components out of a strategy. Okay, so don't just put all your eggs all on just entry. Okay, that's not where the weight of the strategies. All the 5 components must work. It's like saying the engine is all there is to the car. Of course not, isn't it? I was talking this to another client of mine, Tom, yesterday as well, right? So different parts of the car is what makes up the car, not just the engine. Engine is a big part, just like the entry and all that is a big part. Strategy is a big part, but the engine is only part of the car. It's not end all be all. So then you still got to have your brakes, you got to have the accelerator, because without the accelerator, you can't move forward. Without the brake, you can't stop, right? So all of these things, so there are 5 components altogether. I've gone through it in the previous videos, so you can take a look at it on our YouTube channel. So on the entry, as I was saying, comes down to 2 things usually, traders. You know, it's usually timing and direction. Okay, so once you got your direction bias, that's what we got over here, your direction bias, which is towards the long side over here, right? So you can do that by yourself after you've done all of this. Highly recommend some kind of trend quantification, okay? That's what you need. Even if you don't use our SMI, if you got something else, why not? Just use that, okay? It will help you a lot because you need that alignment. And I'll talk about it a bit more in the indicator section when we cover through the topic. So now, so you got the long bias, right? But then the timing, when do I get in, even though I've got the bias here? But before I make even the direction bias, I take a look at a few more things, right? So I take a look at also the stretch, okay? So if I go back to gold here, if I go back to gold, let me bring up the 1 hour. Let me bring up the daily first. So hopefully the main thing I want you all to take away is that it's a confluence of factors what we're looking together. Huh? If you take a look, right, so you see, look, so I've got a lower stretch here, okay? Maybe you can't see it because of the red line here. But if you take a look, you see, that's my red dotted line. That's based on the stretch, okay? Now, those of you who understand what the stretch is, if you go to our YouTube channel, I'm keeping an eye on dollar yen. I'm still hovering. It's not breaking our level, which is good because that means it tells you that the downward momentum is not very strong. That's why we put pending orders, okay? Wait for price to bring you in, okay? That's what Chris Tubby, when we interviewed him yesterday, was saying as well. Let the market come to you, okay? You can take a look at that interview yesterday. But stretch principle, if you want to find out about the stretch principle, let me show you here. Let me move me out of the way. Here, take a look at this one here, stretch principle videos, okay? Under the home section, under the must watch section as well, okay? Right, good. So coming back into here, so coming back into here, where was I? So I was looking at this. So the stretch, in terms of the stretch principle, it took out the lower stretch over here, right? It took out the lower stretch here, right? But it hasn't taken out the upper stretch. So this is one thing that is not really going in my favor in my checklist, okay? Now the stretch is basically based on the whole objective of how the bar forms, the range forms. Very powerful concept, and it's recurring concept as well. Then in terms of the ATR, I'm taking a look at the 1 ATR level. And why 1 ATR level? As I mentioned just now, I'm not going to go through this a bit more in detail. The reason is because I've got my stats table, which tells me what's the probability for it to get to that level over there. Let me just take a look. If it's the P1, yeah, I've got the P1 there. And you can see there's a 63% probability. If you just took it on the confirmation bar towards a 1 ATR, that's what this one is telling you, okay? Good. Now, so that's how I got my 1 ATR level over there. The other thing also I take a look at to tick off the boxes, whether it's done is ATR range, right? So this is a very powerful one as well, based on the stretch principle concept or the ORB concept, which some of you would know, opening range breakout concept, which was popularized by Toby Crable. Over here, what I will take a look at is the ATR yesterday was $47. Over here, what you can see, it's only 29 at the moment. This indicator here on the right-hand side was done by our client. That's one good thing that we got about our community. Our community itself uplifts the community, okay? That's great. We get some awesome clients joining us. In fact, what you're seeing also on TradingView over here, all the our SMI transited on to TradingView, and all the stats table here, which we got all on the three stats as well, OE, MAE, and time to, and all of that, all was designed by our clients actually. They got very inspired by this, came on a YouTube live stream of following us, got very inspired, then came to help us out on this, okay? Just to spread the truth out further, because we need good quality information out there. Right, so on this then, traders, so basically if you take a look now, so on the ATR range, you can see then quickly what I do is, I do yesterday's range. You see what another recurring principle is, if the instrument is liquid enough, it will make its range, right? Average range every day, yeah? So that's what we are looking at actually over here. You can see, I can see that dollar yen is coming back further down to us. So let's see how that one goes. So if I come back to here, On the daily here, $47, 0.8 times 47, let's say 50, so $40. It still hasn't done its range, okay? But so that's the good thing. So now what my job is, can I capture that bigger range from the open or not? That's the whole idea and the premise of this entire thing, to look at it together. So in terms of confluence of factors, I've got a direction bias towards the long. And in terms of timing, then I wait for the confirmation dot. And on top of this, I pile up the volume, which is the icing on the cake. And me and Gavin, when we do it on every Thursday as well, we take a look at this even more closely, okay? After checking all of this. That's how I got my bias, and that's how we did the entry. And you can see that in real time, how the S hit the target as well. I would be honest if you're saying this is not the best of setups, because I think the ratio is not the best what I want, because it's got formed to its low before it went up to its high. But the only thing that gives me confidence on this, even though it took out the lower stretch, but it was like a false breakout. You see that? The low test bar. And then confluence with everything else still gives me confidence to the upside. I tell you from now, because of the time as well, I would highly probably say that on a probability basis, there's a very high probability it will take out this last high that it did on the 1 hour, right? In terms of its range. Look at the two white lines, that's the range. Now, highly probably your stretch is confirmed to the downside today, and there's a potential of it going up a bit more further, okay? Definitely to the 80% range. So let me do that very quickly. I'll put the second target there for you guys to observe. Those of you in the trade, you can take a look at this as well. 0.8 times 47.44, 37.95. So I'll add, so what I'm doing is I'm adding 37.95 to the low, right? Because that's how it makes its range, isn't it? So 3370 point, I'm sure there must be really strong arithmetic people watching at the moment that can do this faster than the calculator. 3374 plus 3795 is what I need. 3408.46. Okay. So when it does that, let me see. Okay, good. So that's our second target. So the second target is based on it forming its 80% range to here, 3408.46, okay? The one I chose first for a shorter target was just a 1 ATR number based on the 1 hour time frame, based on swing principles, okay? This is why every strategy should have its own objective, okay? The strategy, you can create different strategies, but each strategy must have its own objective. We talk a little bit about this at 7 steps to ctp.com. Highly recommend for you guys to watch this first, because it's not a rigid thing in which we teach. This is based on principles, and principles can be cross-transferred to anything that you do on your current strategy, or any other principles or any other framework that you want to apply it to, okay? That's how we can apply the smart money framework with volume, RSI, stochastic. It doesn't matter. You can put anything, even your current strategy, you can put this on top. But highly recommend, because you know what? This has been formulated from the 1970s. I don't claim credentials for the formulas. This was given to us by the quant traders, but absolute geniuses, okay? How they formulated it. So that's what I would say. I'll start with 7 steps of CTP. Then I would then go on to watch the stretch principle videos over here. Okay. And then if you got, of course, any further questions, then you can always email us or book a session, book a one-to-one session. Hopefully the team can put out the link for the Calendly one-to-one session, and you can book it. Okay. We'll be happy. One of our trader coaches will be happy to help you out if you have further questions. Right. Okay, so enough on that one. So I'm going to keep an eye on the, let me see, on dollar yen. I believe we are approaching target, not target, entry, right? Oh yeah, it did confirm this one, isn't it? On the uptrend phase 2, In fact, yeah, we should have entered this a bit more earlier, close 144.79, right? So what I will do, see if I'll trap the price a bit, or 144.79, isn't it? I'll buy market there. We missed that by a little bit, it's fine. 144.79. We entered it, it's 4 pips below. So I will close this one. And what we need to do, traders, those of you on a Telegram, you can keep to that, or you can enter it live, that's fine. Now, in terms of this, from the close, I would say 10, yeah, 10 pips, isn't it? 144.69 is what I will go for. What is the 144.69, right? That is the real target there. I will just take a look on this one here as well. Yeah, it's a bit overstretched, so I will be cautious of that one. Let me quickly do that before I go on to the topic. Sorry about a bit delay there. This is 80, isn't it? 72. 72. Let me do that. 144. I will do this very quickly. 144.69. 144.69. 144.98. Okay. That's what we got. I can actually put the stop loss a bit more. By right, we should have got in a bit more earlier. Okay, this is the right one to get in. If you want a bit of confirmation, that's nothing wrong as well. And then that's fine. That's about 1.5. That's fine. And in terms of the target, in terms of the 80, isn't it? Let me see. From an 80 perspective, this should be fine. 144.63. Yeah, we can stick to that one as well. 144.65. I'll do that 144.69 for here. On Telegram, we'll stick it with 144. We will do it for your second target. If you want to go for a second target, high, 145.44, wasn't it? 145.44 minus, I would say, ATR 10, 0.8 times 108, right? 0.8 times 108, okay? That's about 86. So my high, 145.44 minus 108, that's 144.36, isn't it, traders? Let me do that one more time. 145.44 minus 108, 144.36. So let me just match that up here. 144.36. 144.36. Yeah, let me just quickly double check that. Is that what it gives you 80? No, something is wrong in that one. 145.44 minus your 86. No, let me just do that one more time. Maybe I got there. 145.44 minus 86, wasn't it? Is that right? Yeah, I think that should be correct. 144.58. That sounds more right. I think I typed in something wrong just now. 144.58. There we go. So that would be the one there. That would be our target for the second one to make the range. Okay, that's the whole idea. Now, in terms of the 15-minute time frame, if I want to do it from the close of this bar with just the 1 ATR target, that would be towards 10 pips. 144.69 would be the one. 144.69, okay, is what we are looking for. All right. Okay, that's what we are looking for here. 144.69. Now, I'll just amend that. We'll just go for 1 ATR there on the Telegram as well. And we will do that one there. Okay. So we'll wait and see how that one comes out to be. So far looking good in terms of the ratios and everything. Even though it comes back, don't worry about all this. I mean, we had more worse ones than this where it will come very near to our stop and come back all the way to our target as well. So, okay, good. So we got all of that then, all locked in. I will manage the trade. I'll put it on the Telegram. There's a high potential for it to go a bit further. My only concern is just the FOMC coming out, but we still have a bit of time to that. I think it will come towards its shorter target, so that's fine. Now, coming back into here, in terms of our topic, I know we are running out of time a little bit. Coming into our target, sorry, not target, our topic for today. Let me take a look at this one here, right? Maybe we can put it on here. Topic today is on indicators, right? It's on indicators, okay? Indicators and what is the most underrated one, okay? Now, what are indicators? Those of you, most of you intermediate, so you will know. Those of you just beginning, indicators are just basically a derivative of price, okay? From the price is where most indicators are developed on, but except usually on the volume. The volume is based on the order flow, okay? Now, so indicators, but then a volume also will be classified as an indicator, okay? It indicates, okay? It indicates, but not is the end-all be-all for you to enter, okay? So that is the thing on indicators. Most of them are derivatives of price, like stochastic, RSI, all of that, okay? All the formulas are based on that. Now, the other thing is, why use indicators, you may ask? Why should we use indicators? Because they give double confirmation. But remember that there are two types of indicators, okay? One are called lagging indicators. One are called leading indicators, okay? Most indicators are lagging, but if you want a double confirmation, that means you need, usually it will lag. But if you want a leading indicator, the same indicator that you're using, depending on how you use the signal, it can become a leading indicator. And the usual one that is always known for is divergent signals in an indicator. Okay, either in your MACD or your stochastic or your RSI, doesn't matter. Now, why do we use them? As I said, as a double confirmation, or sometimes also to make your life easier and to make it a bit more systematic, validative, and also a lot of quantitative systems will rely on indicators, right? Because they're already quantified, they're programmed, they're coded, and that's how you can then replicate and reproduce your results. Now, how do you actually use them? I told you already, using the two indicators, the two types of indicators, one either as a double confirmation or either as a leading, which is as a divergent basis. Now, coming into today, now some of you are wondering, okay, that's all good. Now, which one is the most underrated one? I did do a Google search on this one over here, and I did find this one here. Some of you will already know the accumulation distribution line, okay? And what is that really doing? It's taking a look at the buying and selling pressure, but by comparing what? Interesting, isn't it? Volume and price movement, right? So what do we do over here at Master the Markets and Trade Guider? We actually take a look at the combination of both of them, right? So over here, what we got is the SMI, which is actually based on pure price, right? The formulas are all based on pure price. So, and a bit of combination of some other things. But you see, the main thing is we are looking at the trends, right? And the systematic validation across different time frames, which I then showed you, to get a trend alignment and a direction alignment. After that, then we also then can derive 4 stats, which is all here on the OE, MAE, then we can take a look at time 2 as well, all of those stats which has been coded here, okay, based on the nature of how markets move. On top of that, to select which of those trades I want to take, either the blue dot or the orange dot, then I use the volume combination plus the other things I talked about, the stretch principle and all of that, okay? Sometimes indicators are also used so that you don't need to keep, calculating all those levels as well, like pivot lines, which Chris was talking about yesterday. They already a pre-made formula to give you those lines on the chart, okay? So then you can use those indicators so that you don't need to keep recalculating every day. The same thing for the stretch principle as well. So they're formulas, and then you can just keep repeating them based on the indicators. So they make your life a bit more easier, okay? So that's how this has been designed. As I said, you can use the accumulation distribution line, or you can use the pure price and volume indicators, which we got here, which is the SMI and VSA, which is what we are doing over here. Okay, great, traders. I guess I've covered most of it. If there are any other questions that are coming on the topic or on the trades, do ask us. Some of you are asking about the stretch. What does the stretch mean and everything? I do not have much time today, but what I would recommend you to take a look at is on our YouTube channel. Take a look over here, okay, on the stretch principle videos. All right, so take a look at that one, and that will explain to you what the stretch means and everything. Okay. Right, I guess that's that one there. How is gold doing? Let's see before I conclude. It's coming back a little bit. Let's see if it does do our second target that we looked at. Dollar yen, I probably is retracing quite heavily, isn't it? We'll see how that plans out to be as well. And if it does come back down, and if there's some volume signals to the upside, okay, I'll keep a track of that. Remember that we have the volatilities all tracked and measured as well. So if they do come back to the MAE numbers, then we'll exit, but we got our exit mechanisms in place as well. So we'll take a look at all of that as well, okay? Great. I guess that's pretty much that. I think I've given you guys the reference materials to what to look at as well. The last reminders would be 7 steps to CTP is where you need to begin with. That's what I would say. And after that, take a look at all the other reference materials that we have given you. Okay. Right, traders, I guess that's pretty much that from me on this live trading workshop session over here with you guys. We got some great events coming up as well. Elite Traders Mastermind Annual Summit. Actually, before that, we got an interview with Stephen Holt coming up as well on the 1st of July. Okay. Another one, what we are also coming up also is the live trading week. Okay. It's coming up. We're going to do it in collaboration with Funded Trading Plus. And that's going to happen, if I'm not wrong, let me get the dates on there. What's that going to happen? It's going to happen in July from the 14th to the 18th of July. We'll send that all out to you in an email. So 14th to 18th of July, that will happen on the live trading week. Okay. We'll be trading live for the whole week. You can see on the Traders Challenge account as well. And then on with a prop firm, which is Funded Trader Plus. And then the other thing that is also happening is the Elite Traders Mastermind Annual Summit. Some of you have said it's quite short notice. So what we are doing also is we will have postponed it to October. Okay, so that gives you a bit more time to plan everything and all of that for you to come for the summit. Okay, those are all the events that is coming up. But once you're on our email list, if you want to get on our email list, just get the 7 steps to CTP, and then you can get on the email list and you get all these emails as well. Traders, that's a wrap from me from now. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master. Take care and bye for now.